Szeretettel köszöntöm Önöket a képernyők előtt. Ez itt a Liszt Ferenc Kamarazenekar videós podcast sorozata, én pedig Tóth Endre vagyok. Most már igencsak otthonosan érezhetik magukat Önök is itt a Zeneakadémia szólista öltözőjében, művész öltözőjében, ahol hamarosan a 60 éves Liszt Ferenc Kamarazenekar egyik újabb vendégművészét köszönhetjük. Tulajdonképpen szimbolikus ez a helyszín, hiszen az interjúk során is igyekszünk megtudni néhány kulisszatitkot. Ezúttal a világ opera színpadainak rendszeres visszatérő vendégét, az ukrajnai születésű lírai tenort, Bogdan Volkovot köszönhetjük körünkben. I warmly greet you and thank you for accepting our invitation to this conversation. This is your first time you perform together with the Franz Liszt Chamber Orchestra. Could you say a few words about the joint work, about the rehearsals?
I enjoy so much to work with this orchestra, with these wonderful people, musicians. Even today and last few days, the way we had rehearsals, I insist even to repeat a few moments, to rehearse longer, because I wanted to extend these moments of pleasure, of enjoying of music. I'm very happy to sing this exactly piece that we're performing tonight. And this is the moment when I feel very happy because I not just sing this piece, but enjoying and feeling such courage from all people around. And I feel like we're all having love and enjoy of this music and fantastic piece.
Did you know the orchestra's playing before?
No, I didn't play. I didn't know this orchestra before, but a few years ago I met the conductor Istvan, and we spoke about any possibilities to meet once again and to make art, to make this wonderful music. And I'm happy that we did it, and today we're here.
I have already talked with several performing artists here about the extent to which the accents of the language, the music of the language itself influence the playing of music, the formation of melodies and the formation of the accents. And this is multiply true for vocal music, not to mention the fact that an opera singer needs to speak several languages in order to interpret authentically. What would you highlight regarding the relationship between language and music?
I would highlight the music, and it's interesting and difficult question. Yeah, we're always facing with different styles and languages and cultures in opera and especially in chamber music. And we always learn something, working hard with pronunciation and phonetic and searching for many meanings. As here in Arthur Rimbaud's poetry, people can interpret his words in many different ways. Even once he showed his mother his verses, and she asked, "I don't understand, what does it mean?" And he said, "It's in the same time it means everything and nothing at the same time. You should not look just from one angle of focus for phrases, for words." But here Britten helps as well with his impressive music. You find many colors that connect language and music.
And now you sing Les Illuminations by Benjamin Britten, so a work with French texts by a British composer. What is the relationship between language and music in this case?
I sang few things of Britten, including some operas and another vocal cycles, but this is the only piece in French by Britten. Everywhere I feel Britten, of course, his personality, but this one, Illumination, is very special. I feel here of a very strong presence of Rimbaud, of his verses, and him as well. This is very special. I cannot put it on the same line like with operas of Gounod or Massenet. Yes, this is very interesting combination, and it's fantastic that people of all nationalities can join and perform it and listen to it without any borders.
I browsed your schedule, and we can say that opera performances predominate. Basically, where are the songs in your repertoire, And several singers have already told me that singing a song cycle is much more difficult than a complete opera. Is it really so?
Yes, absolutely, yes. In opera you have just one line, one life, one character, and you should of course develop and show different stables of his life. It's very beautiful and hard journey, but in song cycles, in recitals, it's can be much difficult, because in chamber music, in small piece of one song, you have all this like in opera, but in very, very short time. You should live through this piece in maybe 3 minutes, maybe born and live the life brightly and maybe heavily, and then to die. And you should feel everything of that and express it. And you have maybe 20 pieces in one concert like this. That's why it's more demanding. Plus, song recitals just chronically bigger than just one opera. In one opera, there are some areas of your colleagues and ensembles, and in solo you are alone, facing with audience. You cannot hide behind costumes or the set, or behind your personality that you're playing. You are completely naked and transparent, so you should be very, very honest, and this is more close conversations with audience.
Mm-hmm. I see. Can we talk about your favorite roles or dream roles? Which opera heroes do you really feel comfortable in?
It's a very confusing question for me, because even the question of dream, for me, it's difficult. Maybe the dream should stay the dream. It means that it's not necessary to reach this dream. You can be always happy to dream about it. In this case, I like roles of other voices, not tenors, like baritones roles or soprano roles, just because I very enjoy this music, what is written. Among my repertoire, I would say that for now, one of my favorite roles is Lenski in Eugene Onegin and Nemorino in L'Elisir d'Amore by Donizetti. But there is one interesting story. Once I was proposed to sing Gvidon in opera by Rimsky-Korsakov, The Tale of Tsar Sultan. It is very, very rare, unknown opera, even in not only in Europe, everywhere.
Just The Flight of the Bumblebee.
The Flight of Bumblebee, yeah. No one knows from where is it, but when people listen to it, they're very happy and surprised. And it was a production by Dmitry Chernyakov that was staged in Brussels in Théâtre La Monnaie de Mont in 2019. And it was such special production, such special performance of some recordings, and we will repeat it. We just did a revival of it in Strasbourg, and we will do it again in December. But what I want to say that I have never dreamed about this opera, about this role. I never knew about it even. But after making this performance, very special performance, very unique, I would say this is the role I could always dream about and to search for. I don't know, will I have something in the future like this? This was very special, very unique. This is my dream that have already been started to be true, but I never dreamed about it. This is a paradox. In future, of course, I dream, I don't know how to say, that bigger roles, like in French repertoire, of course, like Romeo and Faust in operas Gounod or Massenet. He's in Manon. But I'm very, very happy with the repertoire that I'm doing now. Mostly it is Mozart and lyric opera, Italian, Russian opera, a bit French. And I'm happy that always I have something new to study, and I sing between operas, some concerts, and including this one, it always gives me fresh air for my mind and soul to get inspiration for opera as well, and for concerts and for the life as well.
And let me ask a last question, again in connection with the Franz Liszt Chamber Orchestra. And this question is part of every podcast interview. What do you wish them for their birthday?
Oh, I wish you, of course, the biggest inspiration this year and for all the next years. I wish this orchestra to develop as much as possible, to give many fantastic, beautiful music and performances, concerts. I'm really happy to be part today, to share this event with them. I would love always to meet them again, and I wish a lot of inspiration and fantastic events in the future.
Many thanks for this interview. It was a great pleasure for us to have you. Thanks again. Hölgyeim és uraim, Bogdan Volkov operaénekes volt a vendégem. Tartsanak velünk legközelebb is, akkor Alexander Sitkovecki hegedűművészt kérdezem majd. Addig is időről időre nézzenek rá a Liszt Ferenc Kamarazenekar honlapjára következő koncertjeinkért, eseményeinkért, valamint iratkozzanak fel YouTube csatornánkra, és kövessék Facebook, illetve Instagram oldalainkat.